So welcome again. This is a new year. It is 2021 and it has been a long time since we last did something like this. Imekuwa muda mrefu sana, and this time we have to do it in English kwa sababu there's some people who requested it to be in English. So yeah, let's try to see. So what we want to do today is we want to estimate the quantity of iron sheets, corrugated galvanized iron sheets, CGI or CGS. Yeah, we want to see how you can estimate it using ArchiCAD or ArchiCAD. So you can always, before, you can follow us on Instagram. Yes, you can follow us on Instagram at Structon Studios. Check us out. And we don't kama uko Kenya mazee, tukatai support yako. You can always support us hapo Mpesa mazee. Kuna namba hapo chini. Yes, kuna namba hapo chini kwa description. You can always support us atutakata with anything that if you like our videos, of course, to make more content. Yeah, please naweza tujenga kiasi. So what we're going to do, we're going to do this one. So we want to see how we can estimate the quantity of iron sheets, of course. See how we can estimate the quantity of iron sheets, and there are many methods of doing so. For instance, like this one. So like this one is the component index and schedules. If you can also use this one, is also very nice. Like if you see, if I come like to the wall schedule and I click OK, it will automatically auto generates the volume, and also I get the area. I don't want the perimeter, so you can get the area and the volume automatically. Then of course, using the volume, you can easily calculate the number of bricks that you want for your wall, or you can even find the number of cement of bags and the quantity of sand that will be used for the joints, the mortar joints. Yes, because you already have the volume and you already have the area, so you can easily find what you need. And this one is very important because it also helps you in the calculation to generate you the surface area. You can easily generate the surface area of your sheets. For now, I don't have, if you see my drawing, there is no sheets. Actually, these are trusses. These are just trusses at the moment, so there's no that sheet. So I won't be able to generate the surface area of the roof, but you can able to calculate the surface area of the roof, and then if you take that divide of sheets that you require for your roof easily. Or again, you can use the plinth area method. There is something that explains on that. Also, this one, the wall schedule, you can export it to Excel, and then you generate your own cell. But that side, maybe the number of blocks or the number of this or what. But you can tell me if you're interested in knowing maybe how to use the wall schedule. Then maybe we will come to do it at one time. But for today we want to do something different. We want to use a trick and estimate the number of sheets for this drawing here. If you have your drawing and maybe it's not looking as appealing as such, and you're interested in making it look more nice or more appealing. Yes, you're interested in your drawing looking more nice or more appealing, you can always reach out to us, and we will help to do for you. We'll come in and help to do for you the rendering of your drawing to make it look more amazing and more appealing. Maybe you don't have the assets or the objects that you need to improve your drawing, so you will bring in those assets that you need and to make your drawing to be more appealing. And of course, it also gives you more time, more time to do your own thing, to do your important thing. You don't have to struggle with a lot of things, we will do that for you. You can always it gives you more time, more time to do your own thing, to do your important thing. You don't have to struggle with a lot of things, we will do that for you. You can always reach out to us. The email is in the description at structonstudios@gmail.com. Yes, you can always reach out and we'll do that for you. Rendering as quick as possible, take the shortest time possible while you're doing more designs. So this drawing that we want to do, we want to see how we can be able to generate actually you can see there are two different types of roofs. This is not the same roof. We have this roof which I drew first, and then this one. This is so when I generate them, how do we call them? When I generate something, I'm going to generate the trusses. When I generate them, they will not be looking like this one. The way you see how this one looks in the valleys, and the way it looks in the valleys and the corners, you call this one the valleys. So the way it looks at the valleys is a bit different with the way the other one will look like. But let me close this one. So what we have to do first, so what we're going to do, I'm going to select my roof. So like I said, I have two different roofs, so it will be a bit strange or tricky, but it will come out okay. So then I come to design. Of course, this one I'm also roof extras, then roof maker, and I go to roof wizard. So of course you have these options too. You can always practice with them at your own time. This is how you learn new things. You are not supposed to be afraid of clicking on any of this. You can always try to click on one and try to find out what how you can go about it. Then you will know how to design new different things. But today I want to do the roof wizard. So in the roof wizard, I'm coming to distance between normal rafters. This is in the rafters, distance between normal rafters. I want this to be the roof cover. So if you've ever used the roof, the corrugated iron sheets before, or if you know them, the estimation, normally we have the cover, and the cover is 762 millimeters. We had said that the width of the roof is 850 mm, but when you're during roofing, you normally have overlap. You will have overlap. Some sides of your roof will overlap. So because of that case or that situation, we normally go with 762, or some people will go with 756, but I'm going to go with 762 millimeters. So what I'm doing is I'm spacing my rafters from one to the next. It will be spaced between 762 millimeters, because I want to use this trick to be able to determine the number of sheets. So this trick always works for me. Add extra rafters to big gaps. I'm going to leave that one. Then add extra rafters to corners. Yeah, let me leave that one on. So you can, of course, if you're doing other things, maybe you're doing the rafters, you can go through these options and see what you want or what you need. You can, of course, if you're doing other things, maybe you're doing the rafters, you can go through these options and see what you want or what you need, what you can change, what you can add. Yeah, but for now, for us, we want to use this to estimate the quantity. So I'm going to hit OK, because I'm done with what I need. So once I hit OK, you chill for a moment. If your PC takes longer, it's because it is a bit slow, but mine is done. So I don't want the roof anymore. Actually, I don't need the roof anymore, so I'm going to delete the roof. So what I'm remaining with right now is just the rafters, only the rafters, and maybe the walls which I had extended. So yeah, if I show you on 3D, this is what I'm having. But like I'd said before, this was because I had trimmed this one based on the roof, but now I have removed the roof, so it's coming out like this one. So I'm going to delete it. So this is what I have. I want to determine the quantity of sheets, CGI, and basically the one which is 756, I can easily count this one as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Then I can tell that I will need to, like, I'm going to have 14 pieces from this side to this side. Or before, like, if you're doing it with your calculator, you're going to, if I measure, for instance, I take from this corner to this one, and this one will give me 10. Yeah, that value. So if I go to my calculator, I have 10,450 divided by which value? 762. I'm dividing by 762, which I said was my cover. By dividing with 762, what I'm doing by dividing with 762 is I want to get like each piece is going to cover say the width of one sheet is 850 millimeter, but you will take the cover, which is 762, since you have considered the overlap between two sheets. So what you remain with is 762. So if I want to know how many will I have from this side to this side, I'm going to take the total length divided by the width of one, which is 762. So if I do that on my calculator, I'm getting 13.7. 13.7, if you round it off, those are 14 sheets. And when we counted, we found 14 sheets. So like 14, I'm saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. But the important thing to note is that that doesn't represent the total number of sheets. If you know how sheets are arranged on your roof, like when you have sheets on your roof, you will have those grooves. It will lie like this. The sheet will be from up here going downwards, okay, from up going downwards like this. But so it means when you're calculating manually, you normally have to use the Pythagoras. Is it Pythagoras what? To determine the length of the hypotenuse, which in this case is the truss. You have to determine the length of the hypotenuse, then you will be able to tell like what will be the length required for the sheets from here to here. But because I'm using ArchiCAD, I'm not going to do that. I'm just selecting. Of course, you can select this in 3D or in the ground floor, the floor plan, the 2D. So I'm selecting, I want to know the length of one of these. But when you select them, initially they are grouped together. So you have to ungroup them. You can go to edit, grouping, and ungroup, or you can just hit Control plus Shift plus G. So once I'm done, when I click, or you can also easily just suspend groups. You can also just suspend groups here. It also works. So when I've selected one of these, then I place Control T, I go to the settings, and when you come to your settings, you'll be taken to this page. So what I want here, I want to go to Roof Maker settings, and here I will be able to get the length of my truss. You can see the length from this point to this point. The roof angle or the roof pitch I had used was 18 degrees. So you can see from this side to this side, you have 39.29. So if I take 39.29, rounding it off, that will be 4 meters. Okay, that is 4 meters. Then earlier on, or if you've determined the sheets before, you know. But anyways, earlier on I'd said we are going to use the default ones, which is 2 meters, you know. But anyways, earlier on I'd said we are going to use the default ones, which is 2 meters, 2.5, and 3 meters. Those are three major types of sheets: 2 meters, 2.5, 3 meters. But nowadays you can also buy the one which are measured per meter. In this case, you can see how many pieces you will need. What I've said, that's the length. That's the length of the sheets. So if you're taking one sheet of 2 meter, for instance, if you're taking one sheet of 2 meter, it will run like, say, from this point to maybe somewhere at this point. Then I'm adding on another sheet of 2 meter. Then it may come to about 4 meters. Because if you take 2 meters plus 2 meters, it will make these 4 meters. But the thing is, you are going to have what we call overlap. You're going to have again some overlap. You're going to have some overlap. The overlap is very important to prevent when there's wind, especially when there's wind that is raining. If you don't have overlap, then the roof is going to leak. So it's obviously you're going to have overlap. So because you're going to have overlap, and what I have, the length of this truss is 4 meters. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the sheets that I'm going to use, point to somewhere around here to be 2 meters, and then the remaining part can be 2.5 meters. So if I have one sheet is 2 meters, then the following sheet is 2.5 meters, the total becomes 4.5. 2 plus 2.5 gives you 4.5. So if I take out the what am I taking out? If I take out the overlap, I'll remain with something close to 4.3 or something like that, which is not bad. Or you will cut out some parts for the as waste. You always have waste when you're doing roofing anyways. So what we are having here is we have one, of course we've said we are having one piece 2 meters, and then we are going to have another piece of 2.5 meters. I don't know if you're getting me, but I hope you do. So what I'm trying to say, like if I try to use the line command to explain. So at this point of this line, at this point I have this line here. Then so my dragging command is not working. The drag command doesn't work because of the software that I'm using to take to record my screen. So I'm going to drag a copy, and this one I want it to be at 2 meters. So say I'm having 2 meters, okay? I'm saying like the first sheet, say the first sheet is taking 2 meters going upwards like this, 2 meters, then the remaining one is 2.5. But if you are viewing it from the plan view, it seems like the space remaining up is a bit smaller. But if you are in 3D, it's just okay. Like what I'm trying to say, if you have one sheet which is 2 meters, say the sheet will run from this point to this point, then you're going to have 2.5 meters running from this point to 5 meters running from this point to this. Then of course you've covered your roof. So when we had divided, we found that we need 14 pieces from here to here. But here at the top, we are going to have the pieces that we are going to have, the meters of the piece that we're going to have will be 2.5. So that this one is going to be 2.5, okay? Then at the bottom, we're going to have 2 meters. So this one is 2.5, then at the bottom, what we are having is 2 meters. So how many pieces do we need? If here we have 2, here we have 2.5, and we need, in this case, we need 14 of them. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 14. Also this side we need 14. So it means I have 14 2.5 meters. I also have 14 2 meters. Then when we come to this side, again, it's just simple. So I just have to count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I get to the point where I want, and I know how many sheets do I need. But now you have to remember, like I said, when I drew this one, they were the same. I drew 2 different types of roofs. So the valley is not there actually. You don't have the valley. So because we don't have the valley, it brings that slight problem, but it's not really a problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to count. If I count, for instance, if you look at this, if you look at this, if I count by somewhere around here, then the value will have started forming, because the value begins from this point. So it means I'm going to have full sheets to about this point. Then from here, I think I said this is the first sheet. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me get to 5, then 5, okay? So this, you remember this is 762, 762, 762. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Say I have 5 sheets up to here. Then I have to know what is the length of this side from here to here. And that one I said you click on this rafter, then I go to check it, and I found that it's 3041 millimeters. So if it's 3041 millimeters, and I said with our roof we are going to have 3 meters, 2.5 and 2. Say I'm using 2.5 at 3 meters. So if I'm using 3 meters, the sheet which is in length is 3 meters. It means I'm going to have 5 pieces, because here I will have 1 piece, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one. So, but you have the same, this side looks the same as this one. So this means I'm going to have 5 times 2 times 2. So in this side, I'm going to have 5 times 2. So in this side, I'm going to have, this is 3 meters now. This is going to be 3 meters now. 3 meters, that's type of sheets. And I'm going to have this side 5, this side 5. So 5 times 2, that gives you 10. And so the remaining part, so if you go to the remaining part, which is here at the top, yes, the remaining part at the top, and like I've said, you can always render with us, and we will help to make your drawings look better. Also, to do things like when you want to do the facing, is it called facing? When you want to show how the project progresses from the ground, from the time of digging the foundation to the time that it will be completed to the roof and all that kind of things. Yes, you can always reach out to us at the email is structonstudios@gmail.com, and the phone number is also in the description. You can always reach out to us. Also in the description, you can always reach out to us, and we will be able to work that out for you. You don't have to go through a lot of stress doing some of these things. And of course, at times you are a learner and you have landed on this amazing project and you want to make it to look nice, or you don't have the required assets or objects to use in your drawing, you can always reach out to us and we will do that for you. It will look amazing and win you more clients. Of course, we want you to succeed as you help Ghana. So this side, because I don't have the the 3D, I don't have the value, so you'll not be able to see properly. But if I go to the 3D of that one, the 3D of that one, I don't know the 3D of that one. So yeah, we have many objects. Like you can see, this one is objects, 8 GB worth of objects. It's not big, but it is. You have these appliances, beds, and all these things that we'll be able to put in your drawing. Of course, like I'm saying, you can always render with us. So what was I checking? That was CL1. So if I take you to the 3D of that drawing, the 3D one, 3D CL1. So is it this one? Yeah. So you can see the roof was something like this. Here at the top is where we have the valley. This one is what we're calling the valley. So as you narrow, as you go, as you get to closer to the other roof, this is reducing in size. The roof that will be here is reducing in size. So if we had the 5, you remember we had the 5 going to somewhere around here. So here it means we are going to have a small size. So if I had drawn my roof as 1 and generated the trusses like the rafters in the previous one, you will have seen the value, and we will have just clicked on this one and we knew the length, what the length it was. But in this case, this length of course is the same as this one. But what I know what we need is 2 sheets, because we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what we have remade is 1 and 2. Because once we have remade is 1 and 2. Because once you get to here, you have already entered the region of the other roof. You have already entered to this side. So those are 2. You only need 2. And for now, I'm just going to estimate. I'm going to assume they're 2 meters because that distance really looks small. So I will assume I'm going to use 2 meters type of sheets. And how many will I need? I will need 1 and 2, and of course this side 1 and 2. 2 meter, 2 meter. So those brings me to 4 2 meter type of sheets. Okay. So initially here we had 2.5. The 2.5 meters we had 14. The 2 meters we have said that we are having here 14. Then if we had the 4 from this side, this will bring us to 18. Then the 3 meters this side we said we had 10. So the total means we have 10 plus 18. That should be 42. That should be 42. So once you have that, you know, and the good thing about this is you have distributed your roof or into smaller, and like you have 3 meters, you have 2 meters, and you have 2.5, which will greatly help you to reduce waste in your roof. Sometime later, maybe in another tutorial, we can be able to do how you can play around with the other thing which I was talking about, the surface, the component schedule. You can able to determine the area of the roof. Then you will be able to calculate the roof sheets that you need, the size, which at times can help you to know the percentage waste. like which roof, which size will give you the less waste in sheets, and which one will give you a more more waste. Yeah, because this is BIM, and BIM you can be able to do anything you want with it, anything amazing. But so up to that point, I say thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe and support us in a way you can, in any way you can. You can always, if you like our tutorials, of course, you can always send us kitu kidogo manze, utusupport, tujenge, tusaidie ku make video mob. And more tutorials are coming on the way. More tutorials, especially I've had many people asking how to draw a story building. Yeah, so we are going to go more into that soon. Thank you for watching.